Hi Planner Besties! So today's video I am going to show you how I make my cut files. So basically I've already designed the kit. Everything's done. I'm not going to go into how I do that in this video, but if you would like to see, I am more than happy to show you, so just comment and let me know. So what we're going to do is basically, this is super easy. So the first thing I do is print, and I'm going to print to PDF, and I'm going to save this in the appropriate place. I'm going to make a new folder that says RC because this is for the recollections. And I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to save this. Now this is for the right-sided notes page, so I'm going to name it, sorry my phone, I'm going to mute that. So I'm going to name that right and left because recollections, note pages, some planners are on the right, some on the left. So this is going to take a couple minutes here. It's slow. And then what I'm going to do next, once I have saved all these to PDF, is I'm going to use my favorite website that's free for anybody. And I'm going to convert this PDF file to a JPEG because that's what I like to import back into Studio because it helps keep your file sizes a lot smaller. So what we're going to do is, once we've saved all of these, let's just go ahead and do this one. We're going to print it again. Now I'm going to name this one left because it is for the left side. And just hit save, and it's going to pop up that box and do its thing. Okay, so this website is called online2pdf.com. And then I use the convert JPEG to PDF, whatever. It's technically PDF to JPEG. You know, you could just go to onlinepdf.com and you'll be able to do this. So we're going to have to select the file once this is done. I hate that this takes so long, but it is what it is, right guys? Okay, so this is almost ready. Oh no! Okay, so we just have one more. We're going to print that one as well. And this one we're going to name March RC2 because it's the second page and it can be used with either of the right or left sided notes. Okay, so let's go back here and we're going to select files while this, I'm going to move this out of the way here. Okay, so I'm going to go into that RC folder. I'm going to select these two. That's still working, so we'll give it a couple seconds while we talk about what you're going to need to do. So remember, online2pdf.com. It is free. Just don't select any of these advertisements. Okay? What you're going to do is select your files. You're going to change mode to convert files separately. If you leave it as merge, it's going to merge them into one file, and that's not what we want to do. So we're going to convert files separately, and then we're going to change the convert to JPEG. I know that you can, so this is another good point. If you need it any other file, like PNG, you can do that. JPEG is a smaller file size, and I'm able to keep my zips under 20 for Etsy. So then I'm going to click on compression, and I'm going to change only the resolution of the image from 300 dpi to 600. I have not found that there is any difference in keeping it at 80 and then going up to 100. It looks exactly the same to me, it's just a higher file size, so we're going to leave it on standard because that is optimum quality as it says. Now you can change it to black and white if you're wanting to do that, if for whatever reason, I don't know. Just keep it on color. Okay, so that one's done, so let's go ahead and add it too. Alright, and then we're going to click on convert. So this is going to process the files, it's going to upload them, then it's going to convert them, and then when it's done, it's going to download a zip file for you. Now usually while this is being processed, I go and I start prepping my files. prepping them, I select edit, go to select by color, and I click on line, and then I'm going to hold down the shift key, and I'm going to select the lines that I need. I'm going to right click and hit cut, and then let's just zoom out here, and now I'm going to just select all of this that's left over and delete it. I'm going to hit paste in front, and then what you're going to, oh, see now, these are not. So let's go ahead and ungroup those. And then sometimes your lines go there, and we're going to have to do the same thing. Sorry, guys. So I want to cut those. Oops. And then delete that. Paste in front. And we're going to open the fill panel, and we're going to click on this to get rid of all the colors. Then we're going to open up the line style. We're going to click these two that are different colors, and we're going to change them all to the same red. And then you'll see that. Now this we want to keep. Those are your extra numbers. So I will include a file that is has no year for you to put your own year. Okay, so let's see if this is done. Let's go back to that window. And it's done. So I'm going to go to show in folder, and I'm going to unzip it. And I got a bunch of stuff in my downloads. Okay, and where is it? It's right here. Alright, so what we'll do is we're going to drag this right into here. So this is RC Right, and I'm just going to drag and drop it right into Silhouette Studio. And I'm going to click on it and send it back, and then I'm going to hit this right here because that's going to send it to the page. Okay, the next step you're going to need to do is turn your registration on. So you have to go to your page settings. You're going to go to type 1, and then I usually always keep the cutting mat as portrait. That way you can change it to whatever you need. Next step, we're going to go to registration. We're going to change the length to 600 and hit enter. And then we're going to go here to advanced options. We're going to move the left and the right only. Okay, and we're going to go to send. We're going to go to line. We're going to uncheck pink. It's off the mat. We don't need it to cut. We're going to ensure that red is above the blue, because we wanted the blue to cut last. If it cuts first, it could cut the page completely through, and it might shift on your mat and then cause it to cut off. So we'll make sure the blue is always cut second. Okay. And then what I like to do is change the blue to cardstock so it cuts thicker and will cut all the way through. Then you can just go back to the design. You can go to File, Save As, and then we're going to save it in a different place that we saved the original. So let's go to monthly freebies, and you see I have a folder up here that says design files. That's where I keep the originals. And I'm going to save this in the RC folder. I'm going to repeat this process for each one of these. So just one more time, we're going to select all the red lines holding down shift. We're going to right click and cut. We're going to select all, but see, it's going to select all of that, so we don't want to do that. We're going to have to just manually, oops, we forgot the reds. So let's Control Z, Control Z, come on, until they all come back. And I noticed these don't have red lines, so let's go ahead and add those. Okay. Now we can select the reds. I'm going to make those one color real quick. And hold down shift while we select the blue. And we're going to cut those out. Let's go ahead and delete this. Paste in front. Get rid of our fill color. Then we can bring in the file. Oops, if I can hit the right thing. We're going to bring in the RC left. Okay. Send to back. Center it on your page. Go to your registration marks. Turn it on. Remember, 600. Enter. And then take the right and left all the way out, and it's about 0.394. Then you're going to go to your send. You're going to go to line. Okay, we're going to uncheck the pink. That. We're going to change that to cardstock. Perfect. Now this is on the wrong. So let's change that to the portrait. Now we can save it. Save as, and OK. Alright, let's do this one. This on portrait. On. Just going to go ahead and do this first. Okay, and then I'm going to select by line. And I'm going to cut those, delete, and paste in front. I'm going to get rid of all the fill. Okay. Now sometimes you'll notice that your lines go away. If that happens, the best thing that I can say to get them back, oops, we lost our folder, let me go back to it, is to save the file and then reopen it, and your line should be, but you see that they came back. Would help if I open the right folder here. Okay, so this is RC2. Now, let me just show you this. If you drag it into here, it won't do right. So don't drag it into this area. Drag it off to the side. Send it back. Center that. We'll go to our send page. I'm going to make sure that's online. Now, if you want to use simple, you can. You're just going to have to... Oh, looks like we have some extra stuff that shouldn't be here. So let's take care of that. So let's go over here to select by fill. It looks like we need to ungroup some stuff. So let's move this off. Let's select everything in here and hit ungroup. Alright. So then we can go to no color. Actually, let's go to no color by line. Unselect. So you're going to hold down your shift key. So when we went to select by color, as you can see, it selected a bunch of stuff here on the page and this. We want to keep that. So what we're going to do is hold down shift and just click on the actual page here. And then we're just going to hit delete and get rid of that extra stuff that we don't want on there. And then we'll go ahead and recenter that back. And then let's go back to the send. So if you wanted to use the simple, you can, but you're going to need to select your lines first. So let's change those to the same color. Okay. And let's hold down shift and select the blue. So now we have all the lines selected, and we can go to send. And then we can click on cut edge or cut edge. So that's just going to cut the outside edge of that, so we'd have to click on cut. Now this is going to cut everything the same. You'd still have to cut the outline of that. That's why I don't recommend using simple if you are not cropping. Right, so we want to make sure the red is above the blue. I'm going to change that blue to cardstock plain because I want it to cut through. And then we'll go back to design. We're going to save as. And there we've done it. Alright. Now, I still need to make a blank here, so let's just open the files. Open and open. So I'm going to open the original design files here. Okay. So So I have them, and what I'm going to do is move 2018 here. Same with the left. I'm going to move 2018 off to the side, and then I'm going to just print to PDF. It's already in the right spot. So this is the left side. I'm going to put left and then blank. Alright, and I'm going to do that again with the right. I know this takes forever. So I'm going to do those with the two, and then what I'm going to do is make another cut file. So I'll use the same one. So you're going to convert these once you've saved them. And then I'll show you what to do. So let's go ahead and get that up. Okay, so we have that. Let's go back here and select the file that we need. We're going to have to redo our settings again because we closed that page. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the first one that we already did. And we're just going to delete that out. But, okay. And then we're going to go back here, show in folder. I'm going to minimize this, and I'm just going to drag and drop this over here. I'm going to send that to the back. Okay, and there we have it. We can go ahead and save as. Now this time we want to save as left blank. Alright, so that is how I make cut files for my printables. I hope that you found this informative and that you'll be able to make your own files. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Please leave me a comment, and I will see you guys later. Bye.